Hello everyone and welcome back to Cancerian Tarot. Today's reading will be a viewer requested, how did they feel the last time they saw you? So if you want to take a moment to choose option A with the clear quartz moon, option B with the fire quartz, or option C with the rose quartz. The timestamps will be down in the description below. This will be an intuitive reading, and if you need a few moments, please feel free to pause the video and choose the card or crystal you're most drawn to. Hello option A and welcome to your reading. If you chose the clear quartz moon, this will be for you. So we have a card of balance, of polarity. I feel that if you've chosen this card, there's an aspect of your relationship with this person that has a duality to it. You may, for example, feel an opposites attract, or some parts of you are very different. This can be a very positive thing in some aspects, but in others it can also cause a lot of conflict. Because you've chosen the one with the moon, there's an aspect of emotion there. A crescent moon as well is something that's not fully completed. There's a slight lack of abundance there. I'm going to aspect it though. It's also, I feel like this could be the way the person sees you. It could be seeing you as very different to them. Could be seeing that as something that's caused trouble in the relationship. But it's also a positive thing really, because if you're too much the same, that can make a relationship boring, but also likewise if you're too different, that can cause a problem. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. I'm sorry about the lighting today, the weather's atrocious. It's making it very difficult to film. Six of Swords, the Three of Wands, okay. Five of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. We have Temperance. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, that one, there we go. There's an aspect of regret. It feels both like a loss and also like an aspect of healing here. The Six of Swords is saying goodbye to something. It's making a very clear, logical decision to move on, to cut yourself off, to say goodbye to something. It often relates to people who move far away or who sever ties to something with their family and progress into another stage. The Three of Cups in reverse, it can mean, I feel here with that, it can mean a lack of friendship, but I often see this as threes of crowd. Some of you it might resonate as perhaps there was a bit of unfaithfulness or there was someone else in the relationship. We also have the Five of Pentacles there in reverse. Okay. So there's an aspect here of moving on, it's stepping away from poverty. I feel like this feels like a healthy type of moving on from you or from this relationship. I think there's a form of acceptance here. Sometimes when we see this card, if you notice there's balance, there's a Libra aspect to it. There's trying to find a median ground. Nine of Swords in reverse. I think this person is hurt. I think this person is stressed. This is anxiety, this is depression, this is feeling like you're on the edge. We also have the Three of Wands here, which is starting to see your ships coming in. It's seeing your goals beginning to come to fruition. It's having your eye on the horizon. There's an aspect here, I keep hearing the words moving on. So if you were in a relationship with this person and it's ended, perhaps you've met up and you've tried to work some things out. That's positive here in the cards, but I'm also feeling for some of you it could be healing if you're still in the relationship. I feel that it could be just healing from the past arguments. Temperance there, this person's willing to compromise, they're willing to try and make things work if that's the case. They're also willing to kind of have those discussions you need to have. I'm just going to quickly aspect Temperance. Yep, pulling back on something, bringing something to a stop, changing things up. Okay. I think this person might actually, even if they're not outwardly saying it, I think this person might like to have another go with you, or they might like to try and heal this relationship, because the Hanged Panda in reverse is someone who refuses to look at things from a different perspective. It's someone who's willing to cling on to something and not let go. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse, is changing up the mundane. It's doing things differently. It can be trying a new stage. I think also if you want to heal with this person is willing to compromise. There is a lot of, this person's willing to bend a lot. I do feel here there's some regret. So if there was cheating, dishonesty, maybe it was even just something like speaking on the internet but didn't go anywhere, this person is regretful of that. I also feel like if the relationship has ended, they are regretful of that. The Maiden there, fertile ground, new beginnings, exploring herself. Maybe if you've had time apart, this person's done some soul searching. Or maybe they could view you as the Maiden, someone who's very free-spirited, loving, fertile ground, not in not necessarily in an intimate sense, but literally someone who can grow a lot, someone who has a lot of potential, someone with a bright future, someone who knows themselves. There's very carefree energies here. Self. Okay. There's a focus on self here. This could relate to you or it could relate to them. It could be that they've taken time out to really focus on themselves, work through their things, explore themselves spiritually, find out who they are, go on a journey, and now they have a stronger sense of self of who they are, what they're going to offer and what they want. Maybe this person was indecisive and hastily ended the relationship when they shouldn't have. You also have it here though, it could this could resonate as you. They see you as someone who's explored and you found yourself, or you might have been someone this whole time who has had a stronger sense of self than they do. Intuition. The crone in reverse. Yeah, this crone in reverse here, the first thing I heard is immaturity. I think this person is perhaps immature in a way. They could be someone who seems lovely and nice, they're friendly, people like them, but they have very strange, rigid ideas. So for example, they might suddenly have a very, very traditional view on something that you wouldn't expect them to have, or they might have a very cut black and white image of how things should be or should be done, and that's preventing them from opening up, from fulfilling their own journey. We have body and mind here, there's a disharmony, and we also have the Four of, okay, they've had time to think this through, they have their focus on something, and I see this as being a focus on you. This person I think really wants to, at a minimum, have another conversation, but I think they're trying to have another go with you. I don't necessarily think that they're fully ready to move on, even if they have ended the relationship, even if you've ended it. There's still part of them that wants to try. They see you as a goal, as someone that they want, someone that they have their eye on. Intuition is learning to listen to your intuition. I also think they see you as what they don't have. So you're intuitive, you have a strong sense of self, you know what you want, you're mature and sensible. And instead of the cut black and white thing, you tend to look at things within the grey. Black and white come together, they make grey. There's a lot of opportunities there. Seven of Wands, okay. Like I said, this person might have some views that are very strong, very traditional, or they don't quite make sense or fit into a context. I know someone who's a little bit like this. This was reminding me of someone actually. So Nine of Wands in reverse and the World in reverse. This person has learning to do. I think you might be more worldly than they are, you might be better travelled, or you might, even if you're not someone who goes anywhere, you might have been more educated on a lot of matters, on a lot of wider things, and this is causing conflict. It feels like both of you are in a different place. Maybe, for example, just as a loose example, one of you is very right-wing and one of you is very left-wing, however you see that. There's an aspect of it like that. When you come together, you can create a medium ground that's beautiful for both of you. However, sometimes if the differences are too far apart, it becomes a big problem, or if one of the people in the relationship is not willing to bend their idea or try and look at things from another person's perspective. Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, there's selfishness there, there's a lack of nurturing, this isn't unconditional love, and a relationship with another person, a romantic one, shouldn't be, but it feels like this person could be someone who withholds love. Tower there, time for a big change to break something down. I think if this person wants to have another go, they're willing to really put their best foot forward, they're willing to learn, they're ready to say, I was wrong. I do also think though, with here we have the Five of Swords in reverse, pettiness. I think this person has the capacity to relapse into pettiness if that's what they've done before. I do also think that they're starting to learn that they can be right and so can you. They're willing to say, okay, maybe I was wrong, maybe I had the wrong idea, maybe I've been thinking the wrong things about this all along. But in general, if you want to have another go with this person, I think this person's ready to sort of lay down their weapon and say, I'm sorry. But I do think here that they are someone who tends to stand their ground in an argument. They might, for example, fight for other people or just refuse to change and look at things in another person's point of view. There is an aspect of this card you can create but also destroy with it. There is such a duality, a polarity, and I think they recognise that both of you are very different. You recognise that you can complement each other and learn from each other, but I think this person doesn't do that. I think they also see you as the Queen of Wands, beautiful, pleasurable, likeable, focus on the goals. You're someone who can be toppled, but you're someone who generally has the confidence to move past it, and I think that's something they want. They've started to accept that about you. So if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Hello option B and welcome to your reading. If you chose the fire quartz, this will be for you. We're starting with desire in reverse. Now this can be looked at in two ways. I don't like to say mean things, as I say every reading, but they might see you as someone who's selfish, who puts their desires first, or who doesn't respect other people. So for example, sometimes this card is pulled when someone is engaging in a relationship with another person before ending the relationship of their own. And straight away I'll say, if that doesn't resonate as you, this is them. We have the King of Swords in reverse. Like I said, when I pull these cards, if it doesn't resonate that you're this person, that the tyrannical person, the person that will do anything to get what they want, then it's them. There's trust there and intuition with the High Priestess. There's the sky's the limit aspect. Okay, you have the Ten of Pentacles. I heard the word security. I think they see you as someone who's secure, and particularly financially or materially secure in any way this could be. I think they see you as someone that they can get what they want from. Like I said, if it doesn't resonate that you're the person who's going to be using them as a cash cow, or someone who is sort of overstepping the boundaries in the relationship, this is how they see you. Four of Swords. Rejection, taking time out to rest and reflect, a bit of a learning curve. Knight of Wands, aggressive, bumbling, bullying energy, diving in with your passion again. There's passion here with this. It can be, it's very negative passion. It can be not thinking something through and I can't talk properly, acknowledging the consequences. So for example, at a party, getting drunk, kissing someone else, they don't acknowledge that how that's going to impact them. They wouldn't expect that to end the relationship. I don't feel that this is your energy though. This doesn't feel like it's you. This feels more like them. The Eight of Cups there, it can mean abandonment issues, but it's also being willing to say goodbye to something that doesn't serve you. They may see you as someone that's willing to say goodbye and wave them off, that you're not wasting time on this. The Ten of Wands in reverse can feel overburdened and not receiving the recognition for work. The Two of Swords there is being closed off, narrow-minded, refusing to talk about something. There's a card of mourning here as well. I think this person's upset about the relationship. I don't know if they're upset about a loss, for example, losing their stability. This feels like someone that could potentially be living off you, be quite happy to do that. It's someone that isn't necessarily the most mature. There is a strong selfishness to the desire in reverse, and sometimes it can be very selfish people with a lot of desires see anyone doing anything for themselves and they don't like it. So if this is that type of person, if that resonates as how they are, this is what they're thinking. They're so selfish that they think you're being selfish for having your own independence, for having your own money, or for rejecting them. There is an aspect here of feeling rejected by you, and it could be that you're well aware of this. The Page of Swords in reverse. Didn't listen to a warning. Now, did you receive a warning from people, or anyone say, you know what, that person isn't quite nice, that person's no good for you, that person's bad? If you did, then you'll know for a fact that this is that person. This is their energies. Nine of Pentacles, having money. They see you as successful and as having material rewards or physical rewards and stability that they don't. There's an independence to you that they're noticing and recognizing. Empress there, I think that could be your energies. The loving, the warmth, the open arms, nurturing. You can step in and say, hey, you know the old queens, when they would step in and be the diplomat, they would try and bring freedom to some people who've been condemned, that type of energy. People who need pardon, the Queen could step in on their behalf. It feels like you're that type of balanced, warm energy. There's almost a Taurus energy here for you. You might be an earth sign or have a strong earth chart. You feel very mature and responsible, and they recognise that in you. They also see you potentially as a perfect mother, and I think that that bothers them. I think they don't feel good enough for you. Justice in reverse. This person is so selfish. I'm sorry to say it. Conflicts. They're so selfish. Like I said, they think you're the problem here, when all of the cards that I automatically heard as being you, that I felt of being a different energy, a warmer, softer energy, I think that they are so wound up about this. They know they're not good enough for you. They know you're trustworthy, that you're emotionally healthy, that you're balanced, you're nurturing. You are an empress. You can walk into the room, you're the queen, and they're not. They're not the emperor. They're the bad emperor. They're the bully emperor. They're the one that gets cut down. Yep, change of plans in their future. Emotional detachment, emotional immaturity, dependence. This person could have been dependent on you as well. Like I said, I think you have a lot more than they have, and you have a lot more to give, and they recognise that. heartbreak. They're upset though. Yeah. Oh, this Four of Cups, I don't like this card because this is someone who folds their arms and won't listen to apologies. They won't take the olive branch. They close themselves off. They emotionally detach from other people and they put themselves on their own. Some of you, it'll feel like they perhaps see you that way, but I'm reading this as them. I don't read this energy as the same as the Empress. They like you though. Ace of Wands there in reverse. Like I said, there was an aspect when I first said it of possibly cheating interest. The Desire in reverse can be selfishness. The Ace of Wands in reverse can be a loss of attraction or passion. It could be that you weren't as passionate as this person wanted. For example, you feel like a very stable, healthy, mature person. It could be that this person is looking for someone to sate desires and take from until there's nothing left, and then they'll try and move on to the next. This person also feels a bit lazy and dispassionate. It really feels like you have more to give than they do. Page of Wands, beginners. Look, you're lucky and you're healthy and you're happy. You have so much colour. All of these colours, butterflies, endgames, full blooming flowers. There's so much health here. Look, rewards, all of this that you have that they don't. Okay. Yeah, you can be very nurturing. You can provide for them. It's almost like you're a parental figure, and I think they see that in you. Okay. Someone focused on the flaws. There's almost a selfishness to this as well. This is someone who sees their flaws and says, that's it, it's over, I'm a monster. There's someone who becomes bitter as well about their inner flaws. It can also be physical flaws. It could be that they see themselves unattractive. Sometimes this can also relate to someone who's willing to pick you apart because they don't feel good inside. But we do have that here. Very insecure. I think this person is the type who would cheat because they're so insecure, thinking that you're too good for them and you'll cheat, so they go out and do it anyway and ruin their own relationship. I think this person's also someone taken upon whims. Like I said, emotionally immature. They like you, they care about you, but there's almost a fleeting aspect to these aces of a burst of passion, a burst of love and excitement, rather than a full long-term thing. And like I said, if it doesn't resonate that it's you that's this type of person, I don't think it is. This is them. Heaven and earth, needing to recalibrate themselves, find themselves and find structure in their life. Bring their higher self and the lower self here. And I also think they see you this way. They see you as the person who is all grounded and through that, and they're willing to try and make you not feel that way. Mastery. Is this person quite talented, or are you? Because this is having a master over a physical talent or subject or creative passion. They could also see you as very passionate, but not a destiny. Like I said, I don't think this person sees a long-term relationship here. I think they're the type of person who is very fleeting and a little bit fickle. Desire in reverse doesn't feel like you. Like I said, this is how they felt about you. This person is someone who's selfish, doesn't think of consequences, doesn't think in the long term. And I think they're the type that projects that onto other people. I'm feeling more projection rather than they actually believe that you're a wrong person. So if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Hello Option C, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Rose Quartz, this will be for you. And we start with the Rose Quartz and union. Okay, that can mean a union of self, but here it's a reunion of both of you. Some of you, it might be a reunion, getting back together, coming together again, or feeling complete when you're together. Others of you, it might be that this person's thinking about elevating it to the next level. We have the Rose Quartz, there's healing there, but it's also a card of love. Okay, like I said, reunion. If something's gone wrong in this relationship, it feels like this is a very good time to heal it. Getting over it. Good luck and karma. Could also be some of you are thinking about, your partner could be thinking about the next step in the relationship, moving in, marriage. There's good luck here. They see you as a good luck person. They think they're lucky to be with you. I'm feeling this is a very positive reading. Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. Queen of Swords in reverse could relate to this, getting over this. There's cattiness to the Queen of Swords, someone who's willing to sort of strike you down and then feel satisfied, someone who allows their emotions to sort of get out of control a bit. It could be that they're feeling maybe this argument between you was cattiness, it was a little bit petty, it's something you can get over. Like I said, the next step, Ten of Cups, is happiness, especially over the rainbow, happily ever after, Disney wedding, babies, that type of thing. It might not literally mean that, it could just mean healthy, happy, long-term relationship. The Fool in reverse is seriousness. Okay. The Sun is happiness. Oh, I love this one. I love a happy reading. I love a happily ever after too. Oh, you pulled the Lovers, I love that. Oh, I'm sorry, but this is a keeper and this person loves you. This person wants you. They are serious about this. They're serious that you're their sunshine. Their only sunshine. There's no grey clouds for you. This person wants a happy future. Oh my god, I'm welling up a bit. Seven of Cups, opportunity, thinking about what's next, what are we going to do, dreaming of the future, dreaming of things. If you look at all these different things, there's a castle in there. That's the house. If you look at the bamboo, that's the luck. There's the love. There's flowers. Oh, this person's really thinking. Two of Cups, communication, healthy, happy relationship. If you've been broken up, this person wants you back, and I think they're willing to not stop until they get you. Or if you're already in a relationship, this person's absolutely full of love. You work well together, you have good craftsmanship. Maybe not literally, you're not working together, but together it feels like you really fuel each other. There's an aspect of like a twin flame here, a soulmate energy. Death here, a big change. Some of you might have found that you've broken up in the past. If you get back together, this will be the big together. The death could be letting go of old past arguments. It could be letting go of old cycles, or sometimes death just relates to change. It could mean that it's the death of your early stage of a relationship, and it could be progressing into a new one. If you're not in a relationship with this person yet, they see kind of an ending to the past way and are moving forward with you. The Seven of Swords in reverse is getting over betrayal, getting over arguments. It's also controlling your secrets. It can feel like failure. I feel like maybe they've had a go at this, or they've wanted to have a go first, or they could be fearing failure. They fear that if they perhaps pop the question, or perhaps they wanted a little bit more from you, or to move in, or to spend more time with you, however it resonates, they're afraid of losing it. They're afraid of losing what they have. I also think that they didn't necessarily plan this. There's judgment here, which is good. I also noticed this straight away. It feels like other people are on your side. If you said to other people, I'm thinking about getting with this person, I'm thinking about getting back together, or maybe taking the next step, it feels like other people would say yes. That's good. The King of Cups in reverse though can be emotional immaturity, but there we go, flirting. It could also be with the King of Cups. Sometimes it can be someone who's just a little bit volatile, or it could simply reflect the relationship, that it's very much huge amounts of love and then it's tears, and big love and then big tears. It could be something like that. The moon there is secrets. However, when it's in a relationship, it also relates to emotion, and this means the two of you can grow emotionally together and with enormous abundance. This is complete fulfillment. This is wholeness. We have Nine of Cups there, emotional independence, but also great satisfaction. If you notice, the panda's holding the goblet there up as if to say, look at all that I have. They're the sort of person, have you ever seen that picture of Will Smith where I know he's probably not the best example, where he's gesturing quite exaggeratedly to Jada? It feels like they're the sort of person that would point at you like that, but they actually mean it. Strength there. They're willing to weather the storms with you. They're willing to go the extra mile. They're willing to tame the untamable. For example, they might think you're a few leagues above. They might think you're someone who wouldn't necessarily be interested in them. They're willing to persevere. They're willing to put through all of the things that could feel negative. They're willing to go through it with you. Eight of Swords in reverse. They feel free around you. Eight of Pentacles. Like I said, they have a focus on something. They want to build with you. Knights of Swords in reverse can mean someone who's bullying, someone who takes action without thinking. It could just mean that this person's a little bit over the top, perhaps a little bit. They come across as overbearing in a way. The Hermit, perhaps they've taken time to really think about what they want, or they see you as a hermit, someone who has a focus on a dream. It could even be them. The Four of Pentacles is saving things, biding the time. This person, when they're with you, it feels like they're a bit starry-eyed, even if you don't notice it. They're thinking about what's coming next, even if you're only talking about what you're having for dinner. There are a few cards here. It feels like there could be a slight ego thing, so the two of you might have a little bit of an argument. There might be a slight competition in this relationship, but it doesn't feel unhealthy. The journey, though, like I said, with this emotional immaturity, there are things left to learn about each other. And it feels like here, sometimes with the journey, if you notice it, one side's young, one side's old, there's more time that needs to be spent together. You need to go on a journey together. Maybe you need to get to know each other a little bit more. There needs to be space to grow together, I'm hearing. This is positive though, when it's upright. This is divination. This is deeply listening to your intuition and not allowing other people to overstep it. So for example, have you ever known someone that said, don't go out with her, she's a slag. Don't go out with him, he's a this. and they're just doing it to be nasty, and they'll go, I know someone who was like that, they'll do anything to try and put someone off you. This is someone who won't listen to that, who listens to their inner self, who wants healthiness, who wants that golden lotus and that butterfly energy. They want the completion, they want to rebloom, they want health. And I think they're satisfied, they're willing to do it, they're willing to do what it takes to have it, and they're willing to weather the storms, is what I keep hearing. Healing in reverse, it could be they need to let go of something, it could be something in the past, it could be an ex, it could be that they feel there's part of you that still needs to heal. We have the Three of Air in reverse. Like I said, there's something that needs to be learned. It might be you need to learn something about them, or just it's that there's some aspect of learning and growing together. It could be learning's compromise, but I think this person also very much cares. There we go, we have the Nine of Water, that's a fully opened heart, that's accepting everything, and we have the Ace of Earth, which is complete abundance. This is an opportunity for growth, for a healthy future, for a large investment. This could be something like buying a house. This feels like an endgame type of energy here. This person feels very grounded and stable with you. They're very much in love with you. They have very much a very big open heart. And I think there's an aspect of that that's very young. You could still be in a honeymoon stage. It could be still, or maybe you just feel that way still. There's a lot of love there. There's still some learning to do. There's a few things to work out in the relationship, but I don't think they're serious. I think if you're both willing to sit down and have those conversations and try and learn and work about things and get around things in a healthy way, I think quite easily these cards can go the other way. They can go back to the upright. I think I'm just going to pull one more card though. Okay, yeah. It's not a bad thing, don't worry. Love in reverse, it could also be self-love. Like I said, this person might feel they're not necessarily good enough for you, or it might feel that they, I also heard the words, that they feel that you don't feel good enough in yourself, or for them, or something like that. It feels like maybe you don't love yourself enough, that's why you have the rose quartz. There's gentle self-healing and self-love here. And I think there's goal setting in that. I think maybe you weren't necessarily setting as many goals as they were. It could be that you weren't necessarily thinking marriage and babies and they were thinking that straight off the bat. I'm not hearing it as being a bad thing though at all. Okay. There's a lack of recognition here, lack of inner self-recognition I'm hearing. Perhaps you don't realise the positive qualities that you have. And perhaps it was you that broke up with them. If you broke up at all. And I'm seeing here that this just relates to the arguments. It feels like you could have those very big blowout arguments. You have the potential for that, and then there's a kiss and make up aspect to it. Oh, the scribe. Yeah, there's learning. Check your sources. This is something you have to work out. You have to work out how you're both going to cooperate together in the long term. There's a lot of love and adoration here, but there's perhaps a few practical things that need to be worked out. There's perhaps some views that need to be talked about. There's some things that need to be resolved, what you both actually want, and you both need to learn to get over arguments or things that have gone wrong in a healthy way. The scribe here is checking your sources. It's writing things down. It's keeping a record. It's being very patient as well, and it's being willing and open-minded to learn from each other. There's integrity here. I think you can bear all to each other, and that to me reads like a lack of deception. There is a lot of honesty. This person's upfront. And here we have a potential for emotional balance and health. I think there's a few things that go on. I think there's a potential for a kiss and make up, breakup type of energy, but this feels like it's a long-term thing. I think you're both very honest and very good for each other. So if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.